May 15, 1911. Breaking monopoly. The United States Supreme Court issued a landmark decision in Standard Oil Company of New Jersey versus United States, declaring that the Standard Oil Company had violated the Sherman Antitrust Act of 1890. The court ordered the dissolution of Standard Oil into 34 independent companies. This decision marked a critical moment in the history of American business regulation and set a legal precedent for antitrust enforcement in the United States. Standard Oil, founded by John D. Rockefeller in 1870, had grown into one of the largest and most powerful corporations in the world by the early 20th century. It controlled approximately 90% of the petroleum refining capacity in the United States. The company achieved this dominance through aggressive business practices, including mergers, predatory pricing, and exclusive agreements that stifled competition. The Sherman Antitrust Act, enacted in 1890, was designed to prevent anti-competitive practices, but early enforcement was limited. The federal government filed suit against Standard Oil in 1906 under President Theodore Roosevelt's administration. The case was argued before the Supreme Court in 1910. The court's unanimous decision, announced in 1911, found that Standard Oil had engaged in unreasonable restraint of trade and must be broken up. The court applied the rule of reason doctrine, meaning that only combinations and contracts that unreasonably restrain trade were illegal under the Sherman Act. This interpretation gave courts greater discretion in evaluating antitrust cases, shaping future legal standards. The 34 companies that emerged from the breakup included future industry leaders such as Exxon, Mobil, Chevron, and Amoco. The immediate impact of the decision was to reduce the concentration of market power in the oil industry. Although Rockefeller's personal wealth increased due to the stock distribution from the new entities, the decision ended the era of Standard Oil's dominance. More broadly, the case demonstrated the federal government's willingness to challenge large trusts and reinforce the legitimacy of antitrust law as a tool for market regulation. Over time, the Standard Oil case became a foundation for modern antitrust policy. It influenced the direction of subsequent enforcement actions against companies in various industries, including telecommunications, banking, and technology. The decision remains a pivotal reference point in legal and economic discourse surrounding market competition and government oversight. The dissolution of Standard Oil on May 15, 1911, was a turning point in American economic history. It represented the assertion of government authority over corporate power and affirmed the principle that market competition must be protected by law. The case continues to serve as a symbol of the balance between private enterprise and public interest. For enthusiasts of historical ephemera, visit history-collectors.com to find collectibles that might complement your collection. You can own a piece of history.